Ben Affleck's migraine struggle post-Jennifer Lopez split. Today, we're taking a closer look at something deeply personal, the physical and emotional toll that heartbreak and public pressure can take on the body. Specifically, we're discussing reports and public speculation surrounding Ben Affleck, his long-known battles with stress and addiction recovery, and how intense life changes, including his split from Jennifer Lopez, may intersect with something many people suffer from quietly: migraines. Now, to be clear, migraines are complex neurological conditions. We are not diagnosing anyone. Instead, we're exploring how stress, emotional upheaval, and high-profile relationship changes can impact chronic migraine sufferers, using Ben Affleck's public journey as a lens. Because behind celebrity headlines are very real human experiences. Let's begin. Before discussing migraines, we need context. Ben Affleck has lived much of his adult life under extreme public scrutiny. From early success in Good Will Hunting to blockbuster fame in the DC universe, to very public struggles with alcohol dependency, Affleck's life has unfolded in front of cameras. His first highly publicized relationship with Jennifer Lopez in the early 2000s became a tabloid phenomenon. The media coined the term Benifer. Paparazzi followed them relentlessly. Their breakup in 2004 was explosive and humiliating in the public eye. Fast forward nearly 2 decades. In 2021, they reunited. In 2022, they married. The reunion was framed as a fairytale second chance, redemption, growth, maturity. But fairy tales don't protect you from stress. Affleck has spoken openly about anxiety, addiction recovery, depression, the pressure of fame. When someone with a history of stress-related vulnerability experiences a high-profile separation, the body often reacts. And migraines are frequently one of the body's warning systems. Lude. Emotional stress, sleep disruption, alcohol, dehydration, hormonal shifts, anxiety spikes. For someone navigating divorce or separation, media attention, co-parenting dynamics, career pressures, the perfect storm is possible. And for a celebrity, multiply that by 1,000. Let's talk about the emotional landscape. Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck's reunion was framed as destiny. Their wedding in 2022 was intimate yet symbolic, a rekindled love story decades in the making. When a relationship that carries that much meaning ends, it isn't just a breakup. It's the collapse of a narrative, the end of a redemption arc, a public unraveling. For someone like Affleck, who has previously discussed feeling overwhelmed by public judgment, the stress response could be significant. Emotional stress activates cortisol. Chronic cortisol elevation affects blood vessels, sleep cycles, muscle tension, brain neurotransmitters, all migraine-related pathways. Add paparazzi photos analyzing facial expressions. Add headlines speculating about fault. Add social media commentary dissecting body language. Even if he appears stoic, the nervous system doesn't ignore stress. There's another layer. Affleck has been candid about his journey with alcohol dependency and rehab. Stress is one of the largest relapse triggers in recovery. It's also a major migraine trigger. Alcohol itself is a well-known migraine catalyst. In recovery, the body is recalibrating neurotransmitter balance, dopamine pathways, sleep cycles. During emotional upheaval, these systems can destabilize. Migraine sufferers in recovery often report increased frequency during emotional stress, tension-related migraine overlap, sleep disruption worsening episodes. If Affleck has experienced migraines, the emotional toll of a separation, particularly one that is globally discussed, could plausibly intensify symptoms. Again, this is about patterns, not diagnosis. 1 Underestimated factor: hypervisibility, bright flashes, crowd shouting, relentless outdoor exposure. For migraine sufferers, light sensitivity is brutal. Now imagine, you step outside your home, 30 cameras flash. You're sleep deprived. You're emotionally strained. That sensory overload alone can trigger a neurological event. Affleck has often been photographed looking fatigued or tense. Internet memes label him Sad Ben. But what if some of that visible strain is neurological discomfort? Migraines can tighten facial muscles, cause squinting, increase irritability, reduce social tolerance. In someone constantly photographed, that pain becomes a public spectacle. There's something uniquely exhausting about being turned into a storyline. When the world reduces your marriage to a meme, when your facial expressions become viral content, when your private pain becomes entertainment, the brain perceives threat. Chronic perceived threat equals chronic stress activation. Migraines are often linked to hypervigilance, emotional suppression, unprocessed stress. Affleck has often presented as guarded in interviews. Guarded people internalize. Internalized stress doesn't disappear. It somatizes. Often as headaches, migraine sufferers often look fine. They can show up to work, walk red carpets, smile in photos, and then go home and lie in darkness for 12 hours. Celebrities are expected to perform wellness. But pain doesn't care about PR schedules. If Affleck has dealt with migraine episodes, they likely occur behind closed doors, not on stage. This highlights a broader truth. High-functioning individuals can be silently suffering. This isn't really about celebrity gossip. It's about how emotional heartbreak affects the body. When a major relationship ends, sleep declines, appetite shifts, stress hormones spike, muscles tense. The brain interprets loss as threat. Migraines often spike during divorce, bereavement, career collapse, major life transitions. Affleck's situation simply happens to be public, but millions experience similar physiological reactions privately. Ben Affleck has rebuilt his life before. After early career burnout, after addiction struggles, after his first divorce from Jennifer Garner, resilience is a pattern for him. Migraine management, if relevant, typically includes stress regulation, therapy, sleep hygiene, hydration, medication, mindfulness practices. Given Affleck's access to resources, it's likely he has strong medical support. But no amount of wealth eliminates stress biology. Healing is internal work. In the end, this isn't about diagnosing Ben Affleck. It's about recognizing something important. When someone goes through heartbreak, especially in public, their body often absorbs the shock. Migraines are one of the body's ways of saying, slow down. This hurts. I'm overloaded. Behind the headlines, behind the memes, behind the paparazzi shots, there is a nervous system trying to regulate. There is a human being navigating loss. And whether you're a Hollywood star or someone watching from home, the mind-body connection is real. If you struggle with stress-related migraines after a breakup or major life shift, you're not weak. You're human. Thank you for listening. Take care of your nervous system. And be gentle with yourself. When we talk about Ben Affleck's possible stress load following his split from Jennifer Lopez, we also have to talk about identity. Because relationships, especially second-chance love stories, don't just involve two people. They involve who you believe you've become. For Ben Affleck, the reunion with Jennifer Lopez wasn't just romantic. It symbolized growth, redemption, maturity, a rewriting of the early 2000s narrative. When something that symbolic ends, the nervous system doesn't.